Who's there? I can feel you watching me from a place beyond my sight. Whoever you are, please tell me. Does our world pique your interest? Pardon my curiosity, but would you tell me your name? That is to say, tell me who you really are. The one who meets my eyes across a strange threshold. Ah, a most unusual name. One I've never heard in our world. Which suggests to me you might reside in a world beyond ours. It is a curious thing that in your eyes, my entire world is but the dawn of a story yet untold. Or to put it another way, but can it truly be dismissed as something so far removed, if indeed you wish to cross to our world for a time? Is fantasy limited to the confines of imagination? Would you call it a powerless creation? A passing daydream, an idle creation of a distracted mind. That must be how you see it. I confess, my own answer still eludes me. But consider, if fantasy is born from hope, then that hope can be made manifest. Thus does change come, and thus is fantasy forged into a new reality. Perhaps the story about to unfold before you will tell us. So, let this tale begin.
Looks like we're in the clear. The capital's just through this desert.
Is it true then? The king is dead? Aye, and the guards are more concerned with the funeral than keeping the roads safe. So now the monsters are roaming in broad daylight. No soldiers to stop them.
Monsters, huh? I've certainly been hearing the stories.
To say nothing of the vacant throne. There's a storm coming. Mark my words. That much is certain.
What's the problem?
They're bandits!
Come on, let's see some respect for the militia! Us folk, we're commoners. No crown or church will save us.
But Lord Luis will save us one and all. All we ask is a little tribute. You're with us or against us? And if you're against us...
An igniter? How'd they get one of those?
Come on, hey, keep it moving. Hurry it up! Next one! Huh? Look at you. What have we got here? He's an elder. So he is. No horns, no knife ears. Filthy gremlin like you. What you got in the capital? Oh, what's this? Looks like you've been holding out on us, boy. Hold it! Should have listened to us, chum. Now fall in line! Just want to get stuck like us.
You drew steel. I take it you are prepared to die by it.
Stand aside!
Ugh, this place already feels like a death trap. You hear all that stuff about Lord Luis saving us? Hey, you okay? You still got all your limbs attached? Well, at least they didn't figure out our mission. Definitely could have gone worse.
What mission?
Come on! This is no time for jokes. You do know that if anyone finds out who we really are, it's all over, right? The mission's more important than either of our lives. If we screw this up, there's no going back. Think we'll make it? Let's go. Stop! Watch out! Okay? Us. Watch your health. It's not good. Look! Just checking, but you do remember what we're here to do, right?
Right. What am I doing again?
Oh, I don't know. First, we get to the royal capital and get you enlisted as a guardsman at the army's recruitment center. This could decide the fate of the whole country. We either do our jobs, or we die. And if it's all the same to you, I'd rather stay alive. So we've got to see this mission. Come on. We don't want the sun to go down on us in the wastes. Let's pull ourselves together and get back on the road. You know what they say. Anxiety breeds the world's cruelest monsters. I can at least cast my usual spell for you.
Right.
Music was the first magic this world ever knew, after all. Makes the road a little easier. Look! Over there! Let's go. Got a sec? It's all clear. Watch out! I don't like this. Looks like they gave up. What a relief. Not good! Run for it!
This land of 8 tribes and 3 nations, all blessed by the power of magic. The United Kingdom of Uchronia. The year is 785. Uchronia is shaken to the core by the sudden death of its king. Anxiety breeds dissent among the tribes. Disparities tear them apart, and no mortal mind remembers the heroic tales upon which their land was built. By this story of fantasy, may this faded world be painted anew.
Whoa, just look!
Whoa.
Get on with it, then! Drop the dog! Hang him dead! Please! I've done nothing wrong! Lying dog! Don't try to deny it! You trample the law for the fun of it!
Let it be known, for misuse of an igniter, you will hang by the neck until dead!
Yeah!
There's no way that crowd was going to listen to anything a Paribus said.
Such a shame. Might you spare some coin? Bless you. Oh,
Careful!
hurry.
Don't you have any street smarts? Come on, kid! Look, we're not tourists here. We gotta stay focused.
Right.
You noticed back on the wagon? You might be the only Elder here, in the whole city even. Capital's incredible. Just look at all the different tribes. You never see this kind of diversity out in the countryside. Not that it's very balanced. I see more Clamars and Roussants than anyone else. Which means a dopey Elda kid's gonna stick out like a sore thumb.
Hey, did you hear what they're saying about His Majesty? They say it wasn't illness at all. I heard it was...
Shh, careful who hears you say that.
But it's just like the prince, isn't it? They say he was attacked in the dead of night. A war of...
Sounds like monsters have been prowling the countryside. They're sending... The army's really gone to hell. It's a far cry from when we had Count Luis at the helm, I'll tell you that much.
Hard to see how the nation can come back from this.
We'd not have to ask if the prince was still alive.
The king dead, his son stricken. Are there none left to bear the weight of the crown?
We've done all in our power, but not even the kingdom's best. The saint could purify this affliction.
Over 10 years he has languished under this curse. How much? No doubt His Highness would protest. But since... For the man who cursed His Highness and murdered our king, there can be no murder. I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact that this is your mission? For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
Hey, are you listening? Well, I guess I can't blame you for feeling nostalgic. Anyway, getting to the capital was only the beginning. Now comes the real high-stakes part. You gotta go get... Remember, nobody here knows who we are. Nobody here... That means if we get busted, that's it. Step 1. Let's figure out where the recruitment center is. So... Whatever will I do? Whatever will I do? Ugh, come off it. Let's go see. So you...
Simply amazing.
And what is it?
Damn. An elder? Here?
Look at that. The new model's out now. I could be out there slinging spells like a master if I had one of those.
I guess that's the big city for you. Everyone and their mother has a magic igniter. So many different types, too.
What's a magic igniter?
See? There's a couple in the window. Like an instrument plays a tune, an igniter casts magic. Pretty hard to come by. Can't imagine what it's like having to wave around some shiny stick to use. Me? I can whip out magic anytime I like. And I can even see the Magla in the air. Though...
Wonders never cease. A fairy and an Elden child. Are you new to our fair city? Well, I suggest you keep a low profile. Trust me. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Here's something that might catch a foreigner's eye. This is modeled after the royal scepter, and would make the perfect souvenir.
How much is it?
You're not really going to fall for that, are you? How would you even know what the royal scepter looks like? You've really never heard of it.
A symbol and instrument of the crown's sovereignty. Passed down through More practically, you might call it the world's most potent magic igniter. And in the king's hands, it was enough of a...
Now he's dead. With no living heir either.
Tragic, isn't it? Kingly magic is of little use without a king. You picked a bad time to visit, boy. I don't know why you're here, but there's trouble brewing.
Oh, I don't think I'll be here long.
A word of caution, then. Your survival is your own responsibility.
Well, that was unnecessarily ominous. Anyway, we don't have time to hang around chatting with...
Let's head there.
This is a joy!
Leave it out, mate.
All right.
All right, then.
What are you playing at?
Really now?
You there?
Hey, sorry.
Bye-bye now.
I'm out of ideas.
Dear me!
That must be the recruitment center. I'll let you take it from here. It should be pretty straightforward. Oh, and if they start asking questions, just be as honest as you can. Lying will only make us more suspicious. So long as you don't compromise the mission, you're fine. Good luck in there. Knock 'em dead. Okay, you got this.
A blue blood, are you? The army's no place for velvet-swaddled lordlings. Why are you here? Perhaps your noble family collapsed under its own weight.
Lineage seems a strange measure for a soldier's worth. I'm looking to enlist. Is that
an uppity one, aren't you? Fine, lordling. Welcome to the Guard, where it'll be your privilege to die. But mark my words, war will turn your out.
Rousing words, Captain. You think threats will buy loyalty? No wonder nobody respects. But I'm here now, so...
Insolent pup!
Don't. The healers have enough on their plates all...
All right, next. An L, age 18. An orphan, too. The army can always use more. So, what brings you to enlist?
I want to fight for real change.
Lofty words for a gutter rat with an empty coin. So, what can you bring to our beloved corps? Any skills to speak of?
small, but quick.
Yes, I could see that. Always. Right, last order of business. Make your mark or sign in. You know your letters, do you? We'll get some use out of you yet. All right, lad. Welcome to the Guard.
Yes!
I'm sure you heard about the monster sighting, so stay sharp out there. We're short-handed as it is, so be a good lad and try not to get killed on your first deployment. You can pick up your kit at reception. Standard issue guardsman armor and igniter. Kingdom property. So if you break it, it's coming out of your commission. On your way now. Up to. Next!
Whatever. Whoa.
Well...
What's the world coming to?
Look at that.
I heard they get sighting.
What? Of those huge monsters? You think that's why we're low on soldiers? What do they call them?
Next! Another Clamar. Wait. No, surely not.
Move it. There's a priority around it. We're arming squires and children with igniters now. It's better off in my hands. Give it here.
Brute force. Crude insults. The world is yours.
Care to say that again?
We all have our reasons to enlist.
Oh, another. You think your pretty words will measure up to pure research?
Oh, forget the tribes. This is a matter of pride. Now, you owe us both an apology.
Come on, Duke.
Sorry for making a scene. You all right?
That was terrifying.
Don't let him get in your head. That's all people like him really want, anyway. Well, see you around.
Don't make my job any harder, please. These days, most come with their own magna crystals. So with practice, anyone can use It's not the sort of thing you can master in a day. For now... And take this, too.
Wow, that's a real It's dangerous to even chart the wilds, but this is full of
Listen up, Strip. My name is Captain Klinger. And as of this moment, you I'm sure you've all heard about our forces being tied up with the funeral proceedings for His Majesty. First, you will be deployed to a fortress at the northern border. Our veterans there will teach you the one thing.
Perfect. That's exactly where our contacts hold up.
Enjoy tonight's sleep, because it's the last full night's rest.
Look at all the other recruits. They really are desperate for new blood. Oh, right. I know you don't know what our contact looks like yet, but he'll know you by your sword. He'll also know right away why we've come. Well, the charming captain is probably... Hey. You awake?
Nope, I'm asleep. Good night.
Haha, very funny. Look, I just have a lot on my mind. I'd heard about what it was like in the capital, but still. When you hear and see all this prejudice out in the open, it's a lot. You okay?
That's just how it is.
Well, I don't think that should be how it... Some people are even saying it's the lesser tribe's fault that the monsters are showing up at all. These are the same kind of people who burned down your village, remember?
I'd rather not think about it.
Oh, you're right. The prince was kind to take you in. He cared more about who you were than what you were. I can see why you'd want to repay him. Oh, speaking of, he's the one who gave you that book, right? Can I see it?
Sure, I guess.
I gotta say, I've been curious. Thanks. It's what you call a fantasy story, right? So it's a fantasy world made up by the author. The prince loved it. Okay, let's see. It says the young in this world there is only one tribe. All people accept each other, and no soul is born into discrimination. Wow. So not even any fairies? I guess in such a world there is no need for sorcery. A megapolis is built through learning and labor. Towers of glass that reach the heavens. Safe nights with no dark shadows. And in the laws of these emotionally satisfied people, it reads, whoa. There's no magic, no tribal conflict, and equality for all? Hey, are you asleep already? You know... Good night.
Shouldn't you be resting? I'm fine. In fact, I'm glad we have this chance to talk. I've been reading, and I hope that someday we can make our kingdom like the place in this book. You said it was some kind of fantasy novel, didn't you? Our lives are decided at birth, by tribal purity, or by the differences that make us who we are. I don't want that to be the world we live in. The Elder here are a perfect example. If you'd not sheltered me, I would never have survived. And yet, they burned your home down. It's tragic, and no one should have to suffer so. Someone needs to fix... You okay? Don't push yourself so hard. Reality is much too cruel. I know that. But I'll fight it. I'll fight to the end. I'm a prince. But I need to be a hero. One worthy of the throne. A hero? One who can lead. A beacon who will pierce the darkness when all seems lost. My father taught me that. In his stories, the kingdom was full of legendary heroes. So I can't give up. In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. Not that I expect it will be easy. I believe in you. Familiar words. When I'm down, when I struggle, you're always there to help me through it. Let's do it. You'll be a hero. Trust me. I won't give up either. Trust me.
Until arrival at the northern border fort, one day remains.
Let's see.
Hold on.
Let's see here. Let's see. That's where you want to go. Let's see. Let's see here.
This place here.
Hey, don't forget. Okay then.
The carriage transporting the new recruits arrives at its destination. The northern border fort. The towering fortress was built during the Annex War in the mountains at the edge of the territory. Even now, soldiers are sent there for its strategic importance to the royal capital and to combat the rising waves of monsters. Fresh-faced soldiers disembark from their coaches at the foot of a steep ascent to the fort, the first of many uphill battles.
Oh, finally. Can hardly feel my legs.
Listen well, you lackwits. The battlefield is no place to sit on your arse. Stand to, curs. You have the honor to serve at the command of Captain Klinger, war hero, tactician, master of arms.
Spare us this... Say, friend, I'm curious. What is it about that book that's captivated you so?
It tells of a world united.
No discrimination, eh? So it's describing a better world. A utopia, perhaps. I'm something of a reader myself. You know, when the late king took the throne, he was quite the idealist himself. He made grand... Never managed to do it in the end, of course. Reform takes more than...
Listen to you. A babe with his first sword thinking he knows better than a king.
Nobody asked you.
Something to say? Go on. I'm listening.
If it's a fight you want, draw your blade.
Didn't think you...
Well, Clemar, I'll let it go this time. But only because I like your friend.
That's the last thing I need. Though I suppose I deserved it in part. My mouth tends to get ahead of my thoughts sometimes. Oh, never got round to an introduction. I'm Stroll. Leon Stroll, son of the Count of Harlia. And you are?
That's my name.
I have that right? It's got a certain weight to it. For what it's worth, my title doesn't mean much. Here and now...
By the skin of my teeth! Now,
Someone, help!
Is that a soldier? Hey, speak to me, man. What?
Listen.
Not one of mine. Must be one of the fort's guard. Anyway, to the fort! Go!
You want us to go on ahead? Alone?
I knew fear would take you at the first step. You wanted to... The guard has no place for cowards. You are but...
He's right. Let's go.
Damn it.
Hey, It's hard to explain, but it's like there's...
Hey. Wait, is that a... fairy? Did you catch it yourself?
She's with me.
Yes, and I have a name, by the way. It's Gallica.
So you travel together?
Well, I didn't want anyone making a fuss. But we've got bigger...
Agreed. I'll follow orders, but I'm not about to let this armchair general send me to my death. I assume you know how to use an igniter properly.
I'm not so sure. He's never used one before. I mean, he's a commoner, so...
Fair enough. Well, just stay behind me and you'll be... I'm with you.
Oh, this is bad. I just hope our contact in the fort's okay. Okay? Here we go. Actually...
I see.